If you drink coffee before your walk, you might be negating half of your results. And the worst part? You don't feel any difference at the moment. Everything seems fine. But inside, your body is reacting in a completely different way than you imagine. I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but stay with me for 2 minutes because what I'm about to show you will change the way you see your entire morning. If this channel isn't already part of your routine, subscribe now. Every day there's content like this here. Short, direct, and that truly makes a difference in your daily life. That maybe coffee interferes with training, that maybe it's better to cut it out, that maybe it's too much caffeine, the acidity, the wrong time of day, but it's none of that. Coffee in itself is one of the most studied substances in the world when it comes to physical performance and fat burning. It works. It really works. Nobody here is going to say anything bad about coffee. It's not what you take that's wrong. That's when you take it. This detail, which seems small, almost irrelevant, is exactly what separates a morning where your body works in your favor from a morning where it works against you. And most people have never stopped to think about it because no one has ever put it that way. You get up, go straight to the kitchen, put the Bruin on, take that first sip while still in your pajamas. That good feeling of truly waking up. Then you change your clothes, put on your sneakers, and go for a walk. Maybe it's a 20 or 30-minute walk, sometimes an hour. You feel good. You finish sweaty, satisfied with that feeling of a mission accomplished. Go back home, take a shower, start your day. It seems perfect, right? It seems like you're doing everything right. You woke up early, exercised, had your coffee. You checked all the boxes for a healthy morning. But there's an invisible problem in this sequence. A problem you don't feel at the time, but that your body registers. And I'm going to show you exactly what's happening behind the scenes. And I know this sounds too simple to be true, but it's precisely because it's simple that nobody notices. We always think the problem needs to be complicated to be real, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes what's preventing you from getting results is something so small, so everyday, that it goes completely unnoticed. Your morning routine is wrong. And when you understand why, you'll never look at your morning routine the same way again. Let me explain it to you in a simple way, without difficult terms, without it sounding like a biology lesson. Think of your body as an engine. When you wake up, that engine is already starting up on its own, without you doing anything. The simple act of opening your eyes, getting up, getting out of bed, already sets your body in motion. There's a natural process that happens in the first hours of the morning, where your body begins to prepare to face the day. It starts releasing energy. It starts activating the systems. The engine is warming up. Now coffee enters this story as an accelerator. When you drink coffee, you're basically flooring that engine that's already running. The caffeine enters the bloodstream. Your heart rate increases slightly. Your nervous system becomes more alert, and your body understands that it needs to be in action mode. That's why you feel good after coffee. It's real. It's not a placebo. Coffee really does speed all of that up. But here's the point that changes everything. When you drink coffee before a walk, you're revving the engine before it's properly warmed up. You're putting pressure on a system that was still in the natural process of waking up. And then when you go for a walk, your body has already spent some of the energy it would use during exercise just to deal with that peak of stimulation that came from the coffee. The result? You walk. You exercise. But your body doesn't use the energy source you want it to use. Do you know what energy source you most want to activate during a morning walk on an empty stomach? Fat. That's exactly it. When you wake up and move around before eating, before consuming anything that intensely stimulates the body, your body will seek energy where it's stored. And where is the body's largest energy reserve? In fat. But when you drink coffee beforehand, you change that signal. Coffee, especially with the morning cortisol that is already naturally elevated right after you wake up, creates a different hormonal environment. The body receives a message of urgency. And in emergency mode, it won't efficiently seek energy from fat. It will take a faster route. It's like going to the market hungry and in a hurry. You won't choose carefully. You'll just grab whatever is closest at hand. Your body does the same thing. And the consequences of this appear throughout the entire day, not just during the walk. The first consequence is less fat burning. You walked, you sweated, you felt like you exercised, but your body didn't access its fat reserves in the way it would if the order were different. It's not that the exercise was worthless, it was worthwhile, but it could have been much more worthwhile. The second consequence is more hunger afterward. When the body doesn't use fat efficiently as energy during exercise, it pays the price afterward. You finish your walk, take a shower, and soon you're disproportionately hungry. That kind of hunger that makes you feel like you haven't eaten anything all day. And then you eat more than you need to, and the cycle continues. The third consequence is unstable energy throughout the day. Coffee before a walk creates a peak, a high, quick peak. And after the peak passes, comes the crash. You know that feeling. That mid-morning time when it feels like your battery has suddenly run out. You're tired, unfocused, wanting another coffee, and then you drink another, and the cycle continues again. 3 real consequences. 3 things that are happening to you right now if you're following the wrong sequence. And the cause of all this is just one thing: the order. Before we continue, if this has made sense to you so far, leave a like. It really helps the channel to keep bringing you content like this. And if you know someone who has this coffee routine before their walk, tag them in the comments. You might be saving their morning today. You drink your coffee at home sitting still before really getting moving. Then you put on your sneakers and go for a walk. It seems logical. It seems like the coffee will give you energy for the walk, and in a way it does. You feel it. But what's happening underneath is that your body received an acceleration signal before it had a chance to enter its natural fuel-burning mode. The engine was revved up before it warmed up. And throughout the walk, your body's operating in a hormonal state that doesn't favor access to fat as fuel. You finished the walk. You felt you did something good. And you did, but you left half the result on the table without knowing it. Now, the way everything changes. You wake up, you drink water, just water. You give your body a few minutes to truly wake up from sleep mode. You put on your sneakers and go for a walk. During this walk, your body is in the most favorable state possible to use fat as energy. Morning cortisol, which normally interferes when combined with coffee, works in your favor here. It's helping to mobilize energy. The engine has warmed up just right. You walk. Your body accesses what you want it to access. You finish your walk, and then, only then, do you drink your coffee. And do you know what happens when you drink coffee after a walk? It enhances recovery. It helps the body process what just happened. At that moment, caffeine isn't creating an artificial spike in a system that was still waking up. It's reaching a system that has already worked, that has already moved, that has already done what it needed to do. The effect is cleaner, more stable, without the sharp drop in the middle of the morning, without disproportionate hunger, without the feeling that energy has suddenly disappeared. It's the same substance, it's the same coffee, it's the same body, only the order has changed, and the result is completely different. It responds to the sequence. It responds to the order in which things happen. And most people never stop to think about it because we've been conditioned to think of health as a list of right and wrong things. Coffee is good or bad. Walking is good or bad. Fasting is good or bad. And we keep switching items on the list trying to find the perfect combination. But we never question the sequence. We never ask, what about the order? What about the timing? What about when? That's exactly what separates a routine that works from a routine that seems to work but doesn't deliver the results it should. You might be doing all the right things in the wrong order. Your body has gone hours without hydration and needs this before anything else. Water wakes up the digestive system, helps the kidneys, and prepares the body to move. It's the simplest and most ignored step. Second step, go for a walk before breakfast. It could be 20 minutes, it could be 40, it could be an hour if you have the time. The important thing is that the body moves before receiving any stimulant. This window of movement on an empty stomach, with the body still in its natural waking state, is where the magic happens. It's where access to fat is greatest. It's where exercise delivers the maximum it can deliver. Third step, now the coffee. After the walk, you deserve it, and now it will do a much better job. You'll arrive in a body that has already moved, that has already warmed up, that has already done the most important part. And the effect will be more lasting, more stable, without the peaks and troughs that you're probably already used to feeling. Water, hiking, coffee, in that order. That's it. There's nothing more to it. You don't need supplements. You don't need a special diet. You don't need to wake up at 4 in the morning. Just change the order and let your body do the work it already knows how to do. And before we wrap up, let me tell you something that goes beyond the walk and the coffee. The biggest lesson here isn't about health. It's about timing. It's about understanding that in life, in general, the order of things matters as much as the things themselves. You can have the right ingredients and still mess up the recipe if you put everything in the pot in the wrong sequence. That's how your body works. That's how your morning works. It's not what you do, it's when you do it. Keep this. Pay attention to how you feel during the walk. Pay attention to how hungry you are afterwards. Pay attention to your energy levels throughout the day. You don't have to believe me right now. Let your own body answer you. And when you feel the difference, come back here in the comments and tell me. I really want to know. Right, I took the test. 3 words, that's all. Because when you write, you make a commitment to yourself. And that commitment is worth more than any information I can give you here. If this video made sense to you, leave a like now. It helps a lot more than it seems. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there's content like this here every week. Simple, direct, and something you can apply the same day. And look at the video that's playing on the screen now. It picks up exactly where this one left off. If you like this one, you'll like the next one even more. Until then.